said I woke up in the morning, now I got the key. I gotta wake up, be all I can be. Then I be online, I call up all my friends. I feel a missing time for the everyday win. And then I hop on the train, success express with the cash, and I'm feeling so. I got that money on my mind, and now it's time to go. Jiggas, and you know I'm about to blow. And let me go. I got the key, they let me in. I'm getting up every day we win. I got the key, they let me in. Waking up every day we win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day we win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day we win.
What's up, everybody? We are back. We made it. It is Wisdom Wednesdays. And guys, I'm awake today. You know what I mean? That's, what does it say? I got the key. They let me in. Wake up every day, win. And it's a blessing to wake up on Wednesdays because, Wednesdays is the day I feel like, really royal. I got Dr. King. I got my crown. And today I got Lyndsay King. So it's three kings in the building. You know what happens when three kings get together? I mean, amazing things happen. That means you got three great minds. You got a dream. You got action, somebody who's taking their dreams and making them alive. And then you got somebody who's delivering the dream. So I don't know who's which. Dr. King delivered and, he had a dream. So we all have kind of been awakened. So we woke up to win. Do you understand what it means to be awake? When you wake up, you get a chance to get up from a horizontal position to a vertical position, to being able to, be in a situation where, it wasn't promised for you to get up today. But then you woke up, and then you get a chance to move into your vision and move into the dream that you had yesterday. It's like, when you plant that seed in the ground and you just wait on it, you water it and you take care of it. Got to be good ground, though. You don't want to put it in mud. You don't want to put the seed in mud. But when you put it in good ground and you take care of the ground and you just really you turn it, you take care of it, you watch it. And then, you'll have to move it out of one pot to another after it gets too big. And then if you keep watching it and keep taking care of it, it'll turn into a tree. That's what happens when you wake every day and you move towards something every day and you work towards something every day and you believe something every day. It will manifest in your life. Now that's wisdom. So today is Wisdom Wednesdays, and we're talking about awakening, being awake, being awakened into your spirit, knowing the directions where you want to go. 12 symptoms of a spiritual awakening, increased tendency to let things happen rather than to make things happen. Number 2, frequent attacks of smiling. Lyndsay she told me when we first met, she said, follow the smiles. And it just so happened I had a sweatshirt, that I work out in, and it just had a bunch of smiley faces on it. So, you know what? And we were wearing masks a lot, and that day. So I told somebody, I said, what did the pandemic do to us? It stole away our smiles. It stole the smiles, so you can't, I know Tyra Banks, she said, smiles with your eyes. No, that's not real. We can't smile with our eyes. You can't look in somebody. Now, you can look in somebody's eyes and know that what that person is because the eyes are the windows to the soul. But smiling is made for the mouth. It is what it is. We're made that way. Number 3, feelings of being connected with others and nature. I know me, I have to take a walk in nature every single day. I am addicted to it. I'm addicted to the sun. We're in Las Vegas, so we get vitamin D in excess. So I'm addicted to that. So that's why, I have to go and be in nature every day. Number 4, frequent, overwhelming episodes of appreciation. Whew, that's what I talk about. Appreciation. I think I'm so thankful and grateful for Success Express for being in my life because, they given me an opportunity, Kijana, not only an opportunity to be on a podcast every day, but an opportunity to shine with my work. I'm a graphic designer, video editor, singer, songwriter, but he recognized my talent and he allowed me to be in this on this particular platform that he built, that we built, that we're going to build. And, we're helping a lot of people. I mean, lots of people. Insta stingers are going crazy right now. So I was even at an event last night, Kijana. I know you're listening. I was at an event last night and the man said, tell him about Insta stinger. I said, okay. And then I got off the stage and the guy said, I'm gonna get my Insta stingers this week. And I said, okay. And another guy said, I'm gonna follow right behind him. I said, and then another guy said, man, that's a really good idea. And when I was on the stage, I said, you know what? Pray that we make $1 billion with this, because we believe in currency, because currency flows. And when currency flows, that means we really help each other, because we all need it, like air and water. For real, we all need some bread, not bread, daily bread, money. That's what I'm talking about, money. All right, number 5, tendency to think and act spontaneously rather than from fears based on past experiences. Number 6, an unmistakable ability to enjoy each moment. I love that. I enjoy every moment of my life now, because you know what? I don't worry about other things. And matter of fact, that's number 7, the loss of the ability to worry. Number 8, the loss of the interest in conflict. I'm not worried about you. Matter of fact, when you come with conflict, I will block that energy really quick. I'm a football player, so you know what? I know how to block stuff. And I promise you, if you come with that negative energy, TD Jake said it one time, have the unmistakable gift of goodbye. So guess what? Goodbye. All right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but you know what? Right now is not the time for negative. We got to move into the positive. All right. Number 9, loss of interest in interpreting the actions of others. I got the actions of my own. My mom used to tell me, mind your own business, and I realized, what does that mean? Well, you got to have your own business to mind your own business. So when people don't mind their own business, they probably don't have business of their own. Just have to, so I'm not, when other people do things, I can't worry about that, because I got my own business. A loss of interest in judging others. You know what? I believe that's real, because there's a big puzzle picture for me, and it's the puzzle picture box says love. You know what I mean? And most people don't realize that to put the puzzle together, you have to bring your piece to the puzzle and put it together. And if you saw the picture, and if you just knew what the picture said, you wouldn't realize that all you got to do is put your piece in. So I don't judge these people. They just may not know. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So that's how I keep moving. If Christ can say it, I can say it too. So don't judge anybody. Don't worry about it. At number 11, a loss of, that was 11. Well, maybe it's only 11 today, because it says the same thing in number 11. So we don't worry about it. Gaining the ability to love without expecting anything. Wow. Now that's powerful right there. A lot of times, people want stuff back when they do stuff. If you learn how to give and give and give. See, we serve water here at Success Express. We realize that we're serving so much water that, it's eventually going to come back to us. Lyndsay made a post the other day when she was talking about water, and how important that water is. And we're made of water. We're made of like 70% water. And she was showing the falls in the back of her living space, and was talking about how important water is, and when it goes from the mountain and it filters down to the lower ground, and how important that is just for the growth process. So we have to understand that that's how life flows. So without further ado, but before I bring Lyndsay into the conversation, I want to bring Kijana into the conversation, because he has something to say today, and I know that he's going to enlighten us a little bit in our awakening moment today. Kijana, are you there? See you, Lyndsay. Hey, what's up, man? I can't hear you.
Man, they call it a button. They call it a button. I'm back in the green room. Cherries, grapes, little good water, and
yes,
the work, man. Absolutely.
I have a dream. I had to put my crown on today. We got the king in the building. Yes, roll out the red carpet for the king.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on, man. What's going on this morning, man? You always waking people up to win. It's an honor to have you on. You said a lot about me to have you on, but it's an honor. The value that you bring. We've both been undervalued. We work tirelessly hard to put these amazing platforms together. You yourself to think outside of the box, to set up brands and help companies, and for us to come together and put a platform like this for people to talk about what they want to talk about. who they want to talk about, and have a tool that's branded so that they can represent themselves at the highest of levels. Nobody's doing it like that, man. And together,
I haven't seen it, man. I haven't seen the work that we've been doing for people. I have never seen anybody do what we've done. I mean, tirelessly, without asking for anything. I mean, literally, you have a concept of serving water. Now, I wasn't always abreast of this concept. I was like, look, I ain't about to do no work for somebody and let they go pay me.
oh man, yeah,
But you know, ever since we've been rolling out the water, I've seen my portfolio increase. You know what I mean? Portfolio is very, very important in the industry of graphics.
yes,
You
sir.
know, I mean, I am now at the Planet Hollywood. See, people don't understand that I'm in Las Vegas and I'm a strip performer. I mean, contracted strip performer in Las Vegas, and I'm at Planet Hollywood. Check it out, man. That makes you valuable. That's value. So when now people can look at the value and say, look, what's the portfolio look like? I mean, like,
Man, you're bringing up some major points right there because it's the work. It's like if somebody asked you right now, they said that they needed you to be at the location early in the morning. Your preparation has already put you there. They said, well, we need you to be there early. What time is early? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I've already done 2 podcasts, an interview. I've already, man, that's Cadillac, that's backstroke. But unless you go into the work lab, you can't get into the championship banner right there. Think of it. If I was going to go for the Olympics and the Olympics were 8 years away, it would take me 4 years to prepare for trials and 8 years to actually be in the Olympics. Man, think about it. The work it takes. People don't want to do the work. We're doing the work here. We're setting up a platform for people to tell about the power in the community, their structure of business, and it's all positive. And man, nobody's, can stop it. It's
even
ownership.
the scroller at the bottom, the scroller, how valuable is that? How valuable is that with making sure people's information is while people are talking, somebody might hear something in a moment and they hear something and say, oh, I want to get in touch with that person. That scroller is so much value. I'm talking about, man, listen, man. Let me show you some value real quick. I'm gonna show everybody some value. This is value right here.
Man, that's some cool stuff.
Hey, when that commercial comes on, man, you know I'm a dancer, so that shoulder goes like this every time. Bang, 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 bang. I'm like, you can't stop the shoulder from moving. I've been stung in the shoulder. Bang, bang.
Yeah, absolutely. You said a key thing. Now we do this for so
Hey,
many.
man, you know we got Lyndsay here, man. I can't leave her in the back room.
I got to get out the way. I'll just say this, man.
You
You're
say
doing
she all right.
amazing
She all
work.
right. Hey, but look, man, she
Oh.
got a coffee cup. She got a coffee cup. That means we need to do a coffee cup stinger on the. You know, I don't have my coffee cup. Can y'all please send me a coffee cup? I am at 6. Y'all, I'll give you the address. Y'all can send me a coffee cup. Thank you. I got a box that needs to go out to both of y'all on that table over there too. I got some gifts. Wise man gives gifts and has many friends.
Hey man, let you get back to it. I'll leave you with this if I can, man. This a simple way to say we want to help people put their business out there. We want to help people that have a positive message, an encouraging message, a differentiating message, a message that makes an impact, a business that they believe in, whatever it may be. That's what this podcast is here for. I remember doing this in the dark hours before anybody even thought that this was a valuable commodity, and we're still in front of the curve. So we look forward to not you just being on, but you being able to impact this network so that we can make an impact within others. We're doing business. We look forward to doing business with you. And if you want to be on one of our podcasts, let's do some business. We're looking forward to having you on, man. Thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for showing up and showing out, man. I'm so appreciative of you, and I'm so grateful that we have this connection and friendship, man, for the last 5 years. And I see the next 30, 40, 50, 100, 120, whatever we got here on this earth, never ending, eternal. And you know what? You're just a very, very special individual in my life, and I'm thankful for you, brother.
Man, I'm gonna watch the show. You got a Lyndsay King, man. I'm gonna have my notes, man. Get myself out of the way. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. Yes, indeed. We got Lyndsay King in the building. And you know what? It just goes down. We sting just like this, guys. We sting it just like this. She is all that and even more. I'm so blessed to have the moments that I have to speak with her because she's very, very important. She has a very, very important enlightenment event coming up really soon. She's going to tell you more. I'm just blessed to know her, and I'm sure that it gets greater and greater and gooder and gooder. But I'm going to introduce to some, present to others right now, my friend, the king herself, Miss Lyndsay King.
Wow, Edwin. Wake up to win. Thank you for that. I always look forward to Wednesday every single week. I always think yesterday I thought it was Wednesday. I sit here getting ready to wake up to win on Tuesday morning now. But I'm with you every day, and I am loving the work that you guys are doing. And I just want to point out that the amount of time and work and design and graphics and creativity that you and Kijana put into this podcast and this show are just incredible. Every single thing that everyone sees up on the screen, all of the design, all of the font, all of the names, Insta Stinger are just out, they're out of this world. And it's just like only the beginning. I can't wait to see what else is coming. And I'm so honored. Thank you for having me here every Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesdays.
And well, thank you for showing up every Wednesday. I mean, some people don't wake to win.
That's right.
I'm so blessed. So how are you? How was your week? I know you got a very special event coming up, and I know you got some things to share with us today. So
oh yeah, things have been good this week. I can't lie. Things are flowing. They're chilling. We've got sunny weather going on here. I've been just enjoying time outdoors, and I love the points you read through this morning with regard to awakening. And I just wanted to touch upon one thing that you were speaking about, which is looking at your goals or the goals that we have in our life, which is more like a legacy goal, a heartfelt goal. The way a drop of water from the mountaintop has only one purpose, and that is to find its way back to the ocean. So no matter what you put in its way, no matter what the challenges are, it can evaporate up to the clouds and rain back down. You can put it in a bottle. When you pour it out, where does that water go? Right back to the ocean. The water's only goal is to get back to the ocean. And that is what I saw when you were talking about water this morning, because I love to use water as a metaphor, but that's exactly what it's like when we become goal seekers, right? We're like heat-seeking missiles. We can be taken off course. We can fail and fail and fail success because that's the way it goes. So it kind of takes away this whole illusion of perfection. And I just thought that was so cool because that's what you inspired in me this morning when you were talking. So thank you for that.
Wow. Well, I see that's how it works. The water that you dripped on your video, it dripped into me, and now it's in the atmosphere, and it's finding its way. It's because we're water, so we're part of that ocean.
That's right.
We're part of that ocean.
On such a major level, on so many different levels.
Oh my God.
And that is such a relevant metaphor today when we're talking about awakening.
Yes.
Because it's almost like, we're kind of born here on this planet and we've got a sole purpose, like we've got a calling. And it's almost like the water, its only goal is to find its way back to the sea. And that is kind of like our soul, is to find our way back to our truth. So I dare, I have an event coming up. It's kicking off on Monday, May 24th. We're going to be running a session every day, May 24th to May 28th. And my event is under my Accelerate Your Life 2021 Facebook group. We're also going to be streaming live on my Facebook page, which is under Lyndsay King. I'm sorry, on my YouTube channel, which is under Lyndsay King. So here's the thing with the event next week. It's an exclusive event. I have never done this before. And not only am I going to take you through a step-by-step process, which is oriented to get you results in the week that you're taking the classes, in the week that you're taking the sessions, but it's about success alignment. Because what does it actually mean for us to be in alignment? Being in alignment is being in alignment with your truth, with the real you on the inside. It's learning how to lead your life from a heart space. And this is exactly what Edwin is talking about when he says you go out and you pursue that goal and let nothing stand in your way. You are like the water dripping from the top of a mountain, finding its way no matter what comes, no matter what obstacles pose themselves back to the ocean. So when you are in alignment with your heart, with your true calling, with the truth and authenticity of who you are, nothing can stand in your way because you always know where you're headed. So I just want to share some tips and advice with you today on awakening. And I don't want us to misunderstand the word awakening here, because awakening is a big topic, right? And it might be one that people are daunted by, or it has a stigma attached to it, or you're not sure if that really applies to you, or you've met someone who comes in and talks about awakening and it was a little bit off-putting. But what I want you to understand is that it's more like the human condition. Awakening is not something that happens to some people and not to others. It's part of the human condition. So if you are wondering if you've experienced a bit of awakening, first I want you to know, congratulations, that is part of what it is to be human. And awakening can pose itself in different ways in our lives. Many times, a person will start to experience a major shift in the way they perceive the world around them. Everything that made sense starts to no longer make sense. You may experience a shift in what you believe the world to be, in what you've believed all your life. You may be more open to consider that things could actually be different for you. And all of those telltale signs that Edwin went through are absolutely a part of an awakening. But there really is another side of awakening that a lot of people don't talk about, is that awakening, whilst it is the most incredible human transformation that we can go through because we're getting to know our true selves again, it can also be very painful. And it can also pose a lot of challenges. And here's the thing, guys. When awakening is upon you, you can't turn it off. And the pain comes from holding on to the way things were. And I can promise you there are 3 things in life, right, that are inevitable. And I absolutely promise this. It's not up to me. This is just the way it is. Number 1, you will be born, because we're all standing here today. We're all talking. Number 2, change is happening every second of every day for your entire life. And number 3, you are going to die. Okay, so those are 3 things inevitable in life. And part of that period in between birth and death is that we get to experience this incredible human journey. And part of that human journey is starting to remember who we are, remembering the truth about our magnificence, starting to realize that the only limitations that we really have in our life are in our mind, are in our heart. And when we start to open up and experience what we call an awakening, or what I'm calling the human condition of evolution, right? We start to question what we actually want in our lives. We start to question where we're actually going. Maybe you even start to question your goals. Maybe all of your hobbies, habits, things that you've been doing suddenly just don't feel as exciting anymore. You may question your relationships. You may question your career. You may question what it is that you stand for in this world. You might even feel a sense of being disconnected from people around you. You might feel like you need more time alone, more time in nature, more time to get into alignment, right? That is exactly what my event is about. It's about getting into alignment so that we can start to listen and understand our heart, our guidance, our true deepest calling, finding our passion, finding what it is that makes you smile, and starting to let the head support the heart, which is the way we are actually designed in order to be happy. So if you feel like you're going through some sort of an awakening or a shift in beliefs or a shift in perceptions, and it's really unsettling, you might be called to move or change, I ask you to do this. Take some time to get quiet. Just respect that you are being guided. Respect your intuition. Respect yourself. And I always reference this one point in my life where I had a massive turning point during my own awakening journey, because I can tell you it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over the course of many years. It takes time. You have to unravel all of this learning we've done for the first part of our life to start to get into true alignment with who we are going forward. If you can't listen to yourself, how can you listen to your intuition? So think about that. If you can't listen to yourself, how can you listen to spirit? How can you listen to your guidance? How can you listen to your heart? And just observe that thought, right? When you know, you know. But we're not trained typically in our civilization to follow what it is that our guidance is leading us to do, and we're afraid. But I want you to know that when you are leading by fear, fear of missing out, fear of not having enough, fear of failure, you are not leading with the heart. You are leading with the head, because the heart fears nothing, right? The heart is pure love. And when you know that your guidance has got your back and will never steer you wrong, you have what it takes, the trust to take that step to follow your intuition, to let go of everything that no longer serves you and release that pain and agony, which is holding on to the past, holding on to things that just don't work anymore in your life. And you are able to take a deep breath of fresh air and start to move forward. And once you take that step, all of the answers will start to be revealed that will show you what your journey is about to look like. And that's the way it works with awakening in a snapshot, right? But we have a whole course coming up on this next week. You can check me out on Instagram. My Instagram channel is Lyndsay, LYNDSAY _King, KING. And you can check out my website. It's lindsayking.com. Free training, success, alignment, and register. We are running the Success Alignment exclusive in my Facebook group, which is Accelerate Your Life 2021. We have a workbook, we have success advisors, and we are really going to focus on helping you not just gain clarity and set your goals in alignment with your legacy, but to do it from a heart space. And I'll be taking you through different practices throughout the week, like understanding boundaries, understanding self-love in alignment with your values and your truth, understanding the power to manifest. So how to work with your energy, right? Because we need to start somewhere. And here's one of the main things I want to share with you today. How many people I know are so full of knowledge, right? This is Wisdom Wednesdays, full of knowledge. Read it all, seen it all, watched the documentaries, checking out YouTube channels for 5 hours a day, checking out all the studies, meditating, yoga, practice, right? But here's what I want you to know. So much of what we know is in our conscious mind. But what's really in control 95% of the time is our deepest subconscious state, which is our spiritual state. Now, the subconscious is not judging. The subconscious is not leading, right? The subconscious is just there, and it's up to us with our conscious mind what we put in there. And what stands between most people and actually getting massive results in your life is the action, because we're so caught in our behaviors that we have learned from our parents, our communities, that we don't even realize what is standing in our way. And it takes a person, a coach, a mentor, an advisor, a consultant, a guru, whatever the case may be, to hold up the mirror and help you see what it is that is standing in your way, deep inside your belief systems. So I look forward to seeing you at my event next week on Facebook and Accelerate Your Life 2021. Definitely check me out on Instagram. And Edwin, I don't know if we have time, but I quickly just want to help some people understand. If you think you're going through an awakening, here are some common symptoms, right? You may be getting headaches, ringing in your ears. You might start to get fluttering in your heart, in your chest. You might feel absolutely exhausted or have achy joints, pains in your body. And I just want you to understand that that is a part of waking up. And why does this happen, right? Because you are starting to vibrate on a different frequency level, right? This is part of getting into alignment. This is why it's so important that we learn how to get into alignment with our energy, because energy starts to level up. Guess what? You don't have a choice. It's going to happen to you whether you like it or not. You better embrace it, surrender, my friend, let it go, and keep going, right? Follow your path. But all of that starts to happen because it's opening up the physical body to receive more guidance and more of what life has to offer. So thank you, Edwin. I just wanted to add that bit about awakening, because a lot of people don't understand there are symptoms involved, right? There's like the good side, which is like, it's so fun. And there's also a little bit of the pain and challenge that goes with it.
Oh man, a lot of pain and challenge, especially when you, I mean, you know, especially when you take it becomes years and years and years. You know, I started my awakening process in 1996.
There you go. We've talked about that one too.
I'm telling you, and it's been like a roller coaster ride. I keep getting back on, and I noticed there's a roller coaster I need to ride here in Vegas, the New York.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But
that's
you know,
me and you right there.
Say it again.
New York roller coaster ride.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I don't know if you've been to Vegas, but there's a roller coaster on the Strip. It's at the New York casino, and it's like right
Coney
there.
Island?
Like, huh?
Is it Coney Island?
No, it's different. It's better. I'm telling you, when you get here, we'll go on it.
Well, I've been to the Mandalay, but I haven't been on the roller coaster. And when I'm in Vegas, we'll do a shot and we'll get on that roller coaster. That'll be so much fun.
For sure. Well, I wanted to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah,
because
sure.
I understand, because you talked about, the different signs, the different patterns, I call it patterns. You have to observe your patterns. How do you observe your patterns of your awakening process? How do you observe your own self in going through the process?
I think for a lot of people, when an awakening starts, it can be very intimidating. It can be very frightening. And the pattern is usually that you find that it's absolutely impossible to focus on certain things that are happening in your life at the time, like maybe your job. Some people can't even bear to go to work. Sometimes their relationship, even though they love their partner, it's just completely not happening for a while. And it can be very, very daunting and off-putting. And a lot of people start to think that they're falling into a depression, or they think that they're falling into some sort of mental illness. And I feel very passionate about this topic because I really want to get the message out to people that this is part of our human condition, is to go through an awakening and to accept the change that's coming in. And the patterns, they may be a pattern that you go through it on an annual basis or not, but I think it's more about starting to recognize that we need to allow ourselves to grow and change and embrace the new. So we're meant to be creators of our life. We're not meant to stay stuck in the same place for 20 years. And when we're stuck, we are stuck, and it can show its ugly face as depression, sadness, hopelessness. But actually, it might be that there's a massive awakening going on and you're starting to open up, but you don't know how to do it. And that's why, Edwin, I promise I have literally devoted my life to supporting people on understanding this process and what is happening, because it is the most beautiful process anyone could go through. And it's part of what it means to be human, right? This is when we really start to wake up and live our life, wake up to win and live our life in alignment. So I just want anyone to observe. You might start to see patterns. You might start to see numbers. You might start to see synchronicities. You might feel like you're hearing answers and guidance. And I urge you to realize you're not going crazy. You are waking up. Wake up, awakening. That's the name of the game.
Well, sometimes when people start to feel this way, that's when people tend to give up. They tend to fall into and I noticed that I made a post a few days ago, and I said, a lot of people that are leaves and branches, and they're either blowing or they're broken, but you want to become the root, or you want to become the trunk.
Yeah, rooted. I saw that.
And
the root and the trunk of the tree, right?
Yeah. I want to be connected to the trunk.
That's right. Let the seasons go, let the leaves fall, but don't lose that rooting.
And I noticed there's a lot of leafy people and a lot of branches, broken branches. But I think a lot of times people tend to give up when they feel that awakening process. They lose the connection, and I know that when you have an awakening in your life, you want to have a feeling and a sense of connection versus disconnection.
And that is the key point, is that it isn't comfortable. Right? And people get thrown off course because you're actually being thrown off course.
Yeah.
And they become frightened and afraid, and they don't understand what's happening. And that's when people start to give up, or they think there's something wrong with them. And you know me, I am like, everything is right with you. Everything is right with you all the time, right? But we need to work with each other. And I'm so happy because I think in this world right now, after everything we've been going through with this pandemic, we are truly going through a rise in collective consciousness. And it is the Great Awakening. We're in a new energetic period on Earth. And now we're coming back together to love each other, to support each other, to hold each other there until people can stand up on their own 2 feet on their own. But in the past, it's been very different for thousands of years. It hasn't worked that way. We're in a new era.
How do you deal with people who've been caught? Because some people are caught and they're attached to the waves of what other people bring, just like the pandemic and the mask and all this. Some people are caught. I was walking down Fremont Street yesterday, right? And I was noticing there's no police here. There's no security walkthroughs, and there's nobody wearing masks. I said, are we free?
Free at last.
But I noticed there are people who still are attached to their mask, which is okay. People can do what they want to do. But they're attached to when these elements have been placed on it. Just in life, it doesn't have to be the pandemic. Is they get attached and they don't know how to, when let go of the attachment of the things that have been placed on them by life.
That's right.
How do we deal with letting go of an attachment?
I got you. I know what so there are 2 ways I'm going to describe it. I'm even going to steal some of what you just said to describe it, because you actually nailed it just before when you were talking. So first, we always want to ask ourselves, am I operating from a fear-based paradigm, or am I operating from a love-based paradigm? Because I promise you, fear of missing out, fear of getting sick, fear of the economy crashing, fear of what other people are going to do that's going to hurt you, fear of this, fear of that. You cannot move forward authentically in a fear-based paradigm, okay? It's not going to allow you to move forward from your heart because you're so caught up in giving power away to fear. right? You can't be in control of yourself if everything around you is impacting your energy, your power, your emotion, right? Your frequency. If you're operating from a place of love, you do what you do because that's what you do. Nobody touches that space. And you said it just before, mind your business. It's the best advice anybody could ever give. First, get something to mind, right? You need to have some sort of business going on. What's your business? You want to wear a mask, you wear it for yourself. Wear it because that's what makes you happy, makes you comfortable. Wear it because you decide to not get vaccinated and you want to wear a mask, whatever the case may be. You don't want to wear a mask, you wear it for yourself, but not with this aggression behind it, that you're trying to prove a point to everybody else. You're in everybody else's business. You're just throwing your energy away, throwing your power away when everybody has the ability to affect your energetic state. You want to be in a place of love for yourself, a place where you want everyone to succeed and have compassion for their journey. And you own your space. You stand on your own 2 feet. You bring it from the power of knowing yourself and who you are, right? It's not about other people. It's not about how they behave and how they act. It's all about you. And that is my number one piece of advice. It's all about you. You have got to come first, right? Who cares? With compassion and love, right? We want to come from a love energy paradigm.
That sounds like having inner peace.
Yeah, I get like that. I got a little bit of that going on. So
yeah,
it's
when
just
you
a
have
lot
inner
easier,
peace,
right?
Say it again.
It's just a lot easier to kind of just like not have a million different considerations and judgments and conversations going on in our head. We want to clear that space and own your power.
I can't deal with a lot of stuff anymore. Like it's like I can't have a lot of distractions.
That's why you got the crown on.
Say what?
That's why you got the crown on. That's like stepping into leadership. Yeah.
This is Isaac and Charlie.
There you go. 3 kings. You know what happens when the 3 kings come together.
That's exactly right. I'm so blessed to have you in my world. I call it my galaxy, which is
universe.
Yeah, well, I think a galaxy to me seems like a way bigger than a universe. So, we don't put everybody's universe in the galaxy. So I'm glad that our universes have lined up and we've been able to come together and do what we do. I'm so blessed. So I guess we can see how to get in touch with you. I guess you want to tell them one more time so that way people who may be watching.
So look, guys, if you are interested in getting in touch with me, there are 2 things you can do. You can go on to, I think my Instagram channel is at Lyndsay, LYNDSAY _King, just like my name printed on the video here. And you can follow me. And in my bio, I have a link to my upcoming event. So I urge you to register for that event, which will take you through to my Facebook, which is Accelerate Your Life 2021. Accelerate Your Life is the name of the game, particularly if you are looking to take your game to the next level. You could be a high achiever. You could be going through an awakening, a spiritual entrepreneur, a consultant, a professional. Get in touch. Let us know, because next week is going to be game changing. So if you're looking to get in touch with me, check me out on Instagram. Send me a DM if you want to set up a call. I have a few alignment calls that I've been offering this week and next week, 1-to-1, where I can take you through 15 minutes of helping you understand how to get into alignment. But I am a professional mentor. I'm a success alignment coach. And this is what I have devoted my life to, is being there to support you, to love you, to believe in you, until you have everything it takes to get yourself to the next level. I will set you up with the skills you need to make it happen in your game and take your game to the next level. So thank you so much for that, Edwin. That's awesome.
Very welcome. Very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah. Well, stick around for one moment. I'm going to play a couple commercials and I'll see you just a minute.
All right. I'll be here. Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
Thank you, Lyndsay. All right, guys, that's Lyndsay King, one of the greatest coaches the world has ever seen, and you're gonna see a lot more of her in the future. And I know that there's great things planned for her. Just super great. I can't compare to anybody I've ever known or anybody I've ever met, so we won't compare her. I just know that she is Lyndsay King, and we'll just keep on watching what happens. Check it out, guys.
Business consultant, expert trainer, and national speaker, Dr. Edwin Womack with We Rise Media present the Back from Broken Summit 2021. Speakers include Dr. Edwin Womack, Sherry Cook, Dr. Sean L. Mack, Joseph B. Washington, Maria Brennan, and Sean Dustin. The Back from Broken Summit is your roadmap to recovery, redemption, and restoration. It's an event you don't want to miss, so go online to www.backfrombrokensummit.com. That's www.backfrombrokensummit.com. Full Force Protection Services, the protective services you need for you, your family, and your businesses. Full Force Protection Services provides cannabis security, executive protection, armed transport, event security, home protection, home security installation, family protective services, and more. Full Force Protection Services has all the skills you need for your protection. The skill set includes weapon screening, keen observation, de-escalation technique, crime prevention, loss prevention, surveillance, and more. Full Force Protection Services is affordably priced to fit any budget. For immediate services, contact 707-407-5133. That's 707-407-5133. Don't get caught without protection, and don't get caught without full force.
A guy made a comment yesterday. He said, man, I've never been on a podcast that they play commercials like a TV show. I've never seen it happen either, except at Success Express. And that's what we do. I am the jingle genius here at Success Express. And the reason they call me the jingle genius is because that's what I'm good at, making jingles and making commercials. So what you've been doing, you've been watching the Wake Up to Win broadcast. Great guest today, as usual, every Wednesday, Lyndsay King. I hope to have you back here at the 9 o'clock hour. We will have Laugh Out Loud with Miss Arkansas. She's back, guys, back in town, back in Vegas, back, and we got JT Turner coming on. So make sure you look up Laugh Out Loud. I'll be posting on my Facebook page, and look up Laugh Out Loud and have a laugh for today. Laugh is like medicine, so just have a laugh for today. And just wake up to win. Again, tomorrow's Thrive Thursday. We got King Motivator, Carl, the King Motivator Mays, is going to be with us on Thrive Thursday. He's a 30-year friend of mine. We went to college together. Just dated myself, but it's all good. It is what it is. Laugh Out Loud with Cynthia Rudd, aka Miss Arkansas, 9 o'clock today, Pacific Standard Time. Hey guys, and that's my show today. Make sure you get your Insta Stinger. That's right. Make sure you get your Insta Stinger. And like I said last night on stage, if you play your Insta Stinger over and 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 over again, they'll know what it is. They'll know who you are. That's my show, guys. I appreciate you watching. My name is EDWIN. That's Everyday Win. Y'all know what it is. See y'all tomorrow.
I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. Waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I said I woke up in the morning, now I got the key. I gotta wake up, me all I can be. Then I be online, I call up all my friends. I tell them it's time for the everyday win. And then I hop on the train, Success Express with the cash, and I'm feeling so. I got that money on my mind, now it's time to go to your jiggers. waking up.